The mental habits of polarization, the assumption that the other side is always acting with hidden motives or in bad faith, mean that accusations of hypocrisy or simple evil are more commonplace than direct engagement with a pro-choice or pro-life argument. From the New York Times.
Mr. Chief Justice, and may it please the Court. The instant case is a direct appeal from a decision of the United States District Court for the Northern District of Texas. The Court declared the Texas abortion law to be unconstitutional for two reasons. First, that the law was impermissibly vague, and second, that it violated a woman's right to determine to continue or terminate a pregnancy.
Jane Roe was a pseudonym for Norma McCorvey, who was 22, unmarried, and pregnant for the third time in 1969 when she sought to have an abortion in Texas. By the time the U.S. Supreme Court ruled in her favor, McCorvey had given birth to a girl whom she placed for adoption. Henry Wade was the district attorney of Dallas County, Texas. It was his job to enforce a state law prohibiting abortion except to save a woman's life, so he was the person McCorvey sued when she sought the abortion. Roe v. Wade was a landmark legal decision issued on January 22, 1973, in which the U.S. Supreme Court struck down a Texas statute banning abortion, effectively legalizing the procedure across the United States. The court held that a woman's right to an abortion was implicit in the right to privacy protected by the 14th Amendment to the Constitution. Prior to Roe v. Wade, abortion had been illegal throughout much of the country since the late 19th century. Since the 1973 ruling, many states have imposed restrictions on abortion rights.
Women were by definition, by nature, intended, many people believed, to take care of homes and children. And to say that's not true, but that women have a right to be lawyers and doctors and police officers, that was radical.
The terms pro-life and pro-choice refer to the dominant ideologies concerning abortion rights. Someone who is pro-life believes that the government has an obligation to preserve all human life regardless of intent, viability, or quality of life concerns. People who are pro-choice believe that individuals have unlimited autonomy with respect to their own reproductive systems as long as they don't breach the autonomy of others. In reality, the controversies related to reproductive rights are much more complex. Some people back abortion in certain circumstances and not in others, or believe such procedures should be safe, rare, and legal. Complicating matters is that there's no consensus on when exactly life begins. The shades of gray in the abortion debate are why the reproductive rights discussion is far from simple.
Politico website reporting that a draft of the Supreme Court's opinion shows the court overturning Roe v. Wade in a blistering ruling. Politico says the draft was written by Justice Samuel Alito and says, quote, "The inescapable conclusion is that the right to abortion is not deeply rooted in the nation's history and traditions."
If Roe v. Wade were to get overturned, some women seeking abortions could obtain them in other ways, including traveling to a state where abortion is legal or ordering pills online from outside the country. Texas provides an example. In September, a law went into effect banning abortion after fetal cardiac activity is detected, around 6 weeks. Abortions at Texas clinics fell by half, but many women were able to obtain abortions in neighboring states or by ordering pills, resulting in an overall decline of safe abortions of only around 10%, with a continued rise in unsafe abortions since many women who get them are poor and long travel distances can be unattainable. Individual states would decide whether and when abortions would be legal, but many states would continue to allow them, and some have even begun making provisions to help serve women who live in states that are likely to restrict abortion. Right now, abortion remains legal in every state, but according to the Center for Reproductive Rights, a group that fights abortion restrictions in court and closely tracks state laws, 25 states are likely to ban abortion if they are allowed to.